Hey guys, Father Time here. Don't forget to subscribe. That would really help me. I would appreciate it. Just take the time to click and subscribe. Or at 4,200, just my hobby. No money to be made in this for a guy like me. I'm not doing live streams or anything. We do ever do Discord, but I am an experienced airline pilot. I got a lot to offer. I guess we could be over on this line here. We're taxiing out to Hamburg's runway 33. And today we're going to be flying a brand new FSiPanel profile, which simulates a recurrent training. Recurrent training is something airline pilots go through, which I was once. FAA check. It depends on the country and the airplane and the airline, but it's at American, it started being once every 9 months. We'd have a full FAA check ride in the simulator with a oral exam, written exams, and flight medicals. At one point, it was there every 6 months, and then the co-pilots were every year, but it settled into everyone went every 9 months at American Airlines and got a training. They found 1 year was too long for the co-pilots, because that's the point I'm going to make here. We never got to practice emergency procedures. Naturally, when you fly on the line, there's no emergency procedures training. You brief it before takeoff, but you never get to do it. So flight attendants, prepare for takeoff, please. We ding them. We're going to go out on the runway and here at Hamburg and have JP set us up with FSiPanel, an app that you can practice with. It's trained like real pilots. JP's got a simulator experience, a developer. I think if you've been living under a rock here and you have never heard of it, it is fantastic. You couple it with fly-by-wire if you want it to be noisy with traffic and get the FSTL traffic going. It's pretty cool. But we're going to take the runway. We're going to assume we've been cleared in position and hold, and we'll talk about how we set it up for the FSiPanel recurrent training profile. You're going to start on the runway and with the engines running. If you're flying the Phoenix or any of the PMDG 777, you in either 20 or 24, you can fly this profile. And let me go in here, get lined up nice and straight for you. And right about like that. We'll put on the parking brakes and talk about FSiPanel. See this little simulator symbol? There it is. It says status is connecting. You see that? Status connecting. Get my screen all synced back up. Okay, it's still connecting. You come in, you go to FSiPanel, you open it up. Engines running on the runway. You can see nothing is set on the box, nothing. Once this pops up, says status is connected, which is right there. It just came up. You didn't see it because Captain Marvel didn't have it shown for you. You can come in here and you can go train setup, and you go to scenarios, training scenarios, pick your aircraft, name your poison. We're going to use the 300. That's what we're in. We're going to go to the available scenarios all the way to the bottom. And for this airplane, it's going to have a level 4, which is the toughest level for Eurowings. Now, they don't fly. They fly Airbuses mostly, and A330s, 320s. But we're going to go to the Eurowings profile, download the scenario, which puts the weather in the database. There it is. And we selected that weather prior to coming here. That's really important. Then you can come back in here. And again, Eurowings 7 X-ray, sim brief, get your flight plan. Make sure that it matches up with your lesson plan. There it is, flight plan. You generate your flight plan, which will look like this today. We're going from Hamburg south to Zurich. And here's our SID, IDE K7 Golf. And then open the lesson plan. That's what it looks like. And the name of this lesson plan is 776 Eurowings Emergency Procedures. So you might want to review that prior to going. This will be in the YouTube examples for the 777. You can watch this. You'll be already watching it. Threshold runway 33, Eurowings 760, and there's your weather that was loaded. And you can see today we're taking 340 people on a 433-mile flight at 33,000 feet. I don't think so. So then, that's all good. Close that out. Training scenarios, emergency procedures, that's all loaded. We know that. Start training, and it says connecting the FSiPanel behind my ugly face, downloading scenario pack. And with that, because we're in the 777, you're going to see that everything gets set. The mode control panel, both boxes, the program is setting it up for you. It's going to arm RTO. See, it's loading panel state. Preparing a cockpit now. They put me on takeoff. They're typing in the weights. All this stuff. Leave her there. Click here to acknowledge. When ready for departure, call tower 2685. We'll just review our box real quickly. There we are. Engine out is 800 feet, 1,500 foot thrust reduction. We've got Amanda over there. Amanda. Hello, Amanda. And got 5,000 LNAV VNAV, which cross-checks up here with the PFD. Go to the overhead. We are got the lights on. We're ready for takeoff. Flight attendants prepare for takeoff. And Eurowings 9er X-ray is ready for takeoff, runway 33.
Eurowings 9er X-ray, wind 280 at 14, runway 33, clear for takeoff.
Lift takeoff runway 33, Eurowings 9er X-ray. Okay, Amanda, in the event of engine failure, min sectors 3,000. We can fly the published MISH or go runway heading 3,000. We should have the performance to do either. All right, about 50%. They came up evenly. Toga. We got the weather to come back in here for an ILS. Check.
V1. Rotate. V2.
Engine failure, left engine, step on the right engine, but we have compensation ability here. It automatically puts in the correct rudder for you once you're airborne. Gear up. All right, you have the checklist, Amanda, for an engine failure in the left engine, and I have the radio. And Mayday, 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 Eurowings 9 X-ray.
Roger, wind 9er X-ray, Mayday, acknowledge. Continue as per your procedure and contact radar 120.540. Bye-bye.
Continue via our procedure, climb radar 120.540 for 9er X-ray. All right, we can clear out at 800 feet above the ground, guys. And we're going to go runway heading, which I've selected, and climb to 5,000. And Eurowings 9er X-ray, we're climbing runway heading to 5,000. Flaps 1.
Eurowings 9er X-ray, Bremen Hyperhafen, guten Tag. Identified. Climb 5,000 feet on your emergency procedures and report ready for ILS runway 23.
All right, 5,000 feet, runway heading. We'll call ready runway 23, Eurowings 9er X-ray. I wait to run the checklist or get it cleaned up to ask for the approach vectors, guys. Flaps up. It's flying nicely. I'll put the autopilot on. We're in VNAV, heading select. Let's come down here and have help Amanda with the checklist real quick. Engine failure. Lost, no, only on the one. Okay, got the left engine. Confirm left engine. That's correct. Left engine auto throttles off. Left engine, confirm left engine. Yes, left engine, vectored engine to idle. And then we get the left fuel control switch. Fuel control switch confirmed. Yes, that's it. There we go. Is restart needed? No. Monitor EGT, don't need to do that. Restart may be attempted. Nope, we're not going to do that. Both engines running normally. No. APU selector, overhead. We get that. Here we go. We're climbing out 4 for 5. Transponder TA only. Flap override. Flap override. Woohoo! TA only. Plan to land in area suitable. Let land use. Flap 20. Yes. And good. Proximity override and flaps. And we're going to do here index. Approach. Flaps 20. And it's good. And Eurowings 9er X-rays leveling at 5,000, ready for vectors for runway 23.
Roger, Wings 9 X-ray, proceed direct, waypoint and Delta Hotel 153 and expect vectors for ILS 23.
Okay, proceed direct to Delta Hotel 153. We'll expect vectors ILS 23. Eurowings 9 X-ray. LNAV, and here we go. All right, let's get our box set. Route. All right, we're not going to Zurich anymore. We are going to Frankfurt. There we go. And we're getting radar vectors, ILS 23. Insufficient fuel. And then ILS 23, heading 226. And there it is. Not an intercept heading. Yeah, we know. Not yet, we're not. All right, guys. We're proceeding direct to Delta Hotel 3. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Delta still coming up in front of us. Messed that up, didn't I? There we go. Whew. There we go. We're cleaned up. And let's do the normal procedures checklist. Normal. What we run is the descent checklist coming in here. We come in. We've got the engine shutdown, left throttle, equipment cooling. Let's go to the overhead. APU starting. Which engine is flamed out? It's the left, so let's make sure we don't get a fuel imbalance here. Let's go open, do something good before you do something bad. So open the cross feeds. Once they're open, we're going to turn off the right and burn out of the left for a minute. That all looks good. APU is running. Passenger sign is on.
Wings 9 X-ray, turn left heading 040, descend 4,000 feet, expect 10 nautical miles final.
Left 040 down to 4,000 feet. We'll expect that for Eurowings 9 X-ray. All right, heading select 040, 4,000 feet. Flight level change. And then departure arrival here, 226, here, and there you go. Beautiful. And ding, ding, ding. And I tell the flight attendants, hey, it's father time. You ready to copy a precautionary landing checklist? They'd say yes. Say, yeah, we've had an engine failure on the left side. No big deal, but we have to return to Zurich, naturally, to Hamburg. I'm sorry, won't be going to Zurich. But just use your precautionary landing procedures. We are not planning an evacuation. Any questions? They say no. Say, okay, I'll be right back with a PA to the people. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Captain Richard. I apologize for the inconvenience. We've had an aircraft malfunction that warrants a return to Frankfurt. Once we get on the ground at Frankfurt, we'll taxi to the gate and we'll get you on another flight on your way to Zurich. I do appreciate your cooperation as the flight attendants prepare the cabin for landing, and I apologize for any inconvenience. We'll be landing shortly. Flight attendants prepare for landing. All right, guys, that's it. So I've notified the flight attendants, the people, ATC. Now, company, we tell the company via comm. We'd come here and we'd go company, and we'd let them know what was going on. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, we've got the weather. Let's look at the approach. ILS 23, ILS 23. Get the minimum set, 272. On the barrow down here. You know, it's really easy in the aircraft to set the minimums. Not a problem.
Wings 9 X-ray, descend 3,000 feet, expect base turn ashore key.
3,000 feet, Eurowings 9 X-ray. 3,000. descend, and we are on a right base. One of these days, Captain Marvel is going to get the minimum set for you.
Wings 9 XG, down right heading 140.
Right 140 for Eurowings 9 X-ray. $140 on the heading. All right, so we've run the checklist for the engine failure. That's complete. We've notified ATC, the people, and the company, so they all know we're coming. We've asked for
Wings 9 XG, turn right heading 190, and you are cleared ILS 23.
right 190, clear the ILS-23. Eurowings 9 X-ray. 190 on the heading. That makes sense. Yeah, that's a pretty good heading. That's going to work. All right, we can start slowing it down here, guys. The procedures on the checklist for one engine approach and go around is you're going to land using flaps 20. There it is, flaps 20, 162 final. Flaps 1, you're going to go gear down flaps 20 at 1 dot. Right now, where the glide slope is off the scale. We can come over, we're clear for the approach. We can put approach in here. And we'll go down to 210, 200, flaps 5. And in the event of missed approach, we could fly the published missed approach, or we could ask, if we thought performance was the problem, we could ask for runway heading 3,000, but we'll put in 4,000. Matter of fact, we can put that in now because we're already clear for the approach. 4,000 is set. Low capture. Glide slope isn't alive yet. For flaps 5, we'll go to flaps 5 speed here. Right there. And when we get to 1 dot on the glide slope, we'll go gear down and flaps 20. And that's it. Arm the spoilers. Do the normal checklist. Abnormal checklist override. Normal. Descent. Get all these done. Altimeters, and here we are. Lights are on. Flight attendants prepare for landing. Gear down, flaps 20.
9 XG, contact tower 126.855. Schönen Nachmittag.
126.855 for Eurowings 9 X-ray. I won't insult the language by trying to pronounce that. All right, we got the misapproach is set, guys. And Tower, Eurowings 9 X-ray, we are a Mayday aircraft. We're on final for the ILS-23. Glide slope capture.
Wings 9 X-ray, tower
162.
Wind 280, 14 knots, runway 23, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 23, Eurowings 9 X-ray. All right, cleared to land. Go to the overhead, make sure all the lights are on. We can turn our fuel pumps back on.
2,500.
Close the cross feeds. All right, looks good. Right here, guys, if you want to see this, that's the engine start parameters if you wanted to restart it. But because I determined it was seized, I wasn't going to start it. If we had idling RPM, I might have given it a shot there. All right, what are the winds? Little right-hand cross. And the event of missed approach, it's going around Toga, flaps 5. And then it's positive rate gear up, set missed approach altitude, which is 4,000. And then it's above 1,000 feet above the ground, which is a white bar. It will be LNAV and VNAV, fly the published missed, and let them know. All right, let's do some pilot stuff. Autopilot's off. It's nice and trimmed up. Beautiful. Even I can't mess this up. Little higher approach speed on final that we'll have to be aware of because we are doing 163 knots, which is pretty good. So instead of sync 7, you might have sync 9. So if you put the nose down a little, you might get a little sync rate anytime you're flying a little faster approach speed. Normally you're down around 1. Okay, we've just lost the glide slope. We're going around, and the localizer going around. Toga. Flaps 5. And Eurowings 9er X-rays executing missed approach. We've lost the localizer. Positive rate gear up, set missed approach altitude, that's set.
Eurowings 9er X-ray, go around this cockpit, contact the Bremen radar 120.540, just.
120.540, execute the missed approach for Eurowings 9er X-ray. All right, LNAV, VNAV, let's put the autopilot on. Set the frequency. Eurowings 9er X-ray is executing published missed approach. Flaps 1.
Eurowings 9er X-ray radar value again. Continue standard missed approach and climb 4,000 feet.
Standard miss, 4,000 feet. Eurowings 9er X-ray. Flaps up. And I'll have Amanda call back and tell the flight attendants we'll be back on the ground just to have to do a different approach. And ladies and gentlemen, it's Captain Richard. I apologize. We had to go around some of the navigation equipment on the ground with Frankfurt malfunction, which required to go around. We'll come back around and land here shortly. Flight attendants, prepare for landing, please. Not much to do. You got the brakes are off, spoilers disarmed, after takeoff checklist complete, descent. Set this back up for the approach. All right, 3 for 4, and we have a clean machine. That takeoff checklist is complete.
Eurowing 9er X-ray, when ready, proceed direct to Hamburg VOR and hold. ILS 23 unfortunately is unserviceable. Expect vectors for NNP runway 33. Please report ready for the approach.
Okay. Direct to Hamburg. Understand our nav runway 33. We'll report ready for the approach, and we're going to hold at Hamburg for Eurowings 9er X-ray. All right, here we go. Direct to Hamburg. We've got LNAV, guys. We're going. What is the approach? Let me see here. Hamburg. Let's go RNAV, runway 33. Hamburg is 005 and 185. Hold. Hamburg. 085. Oh, 005. 005, right turns. Let me just double check that. Yeah, 005, right hand turns, 4,000, max 230. And it says 220, so that's all good. All right, so we've got LNAV, VNAV. We're going to Hamburg to hold. And Eurowings 9er X-ray, we're ready for the approach RNAV 33.
Roger, Eurowings 9er X-ray after Hamburg VOR. Turn right, heading 170, and expect lineup via waypoint Sozax.
Okay, after Hamburg VOR, turn right, heading 170. We'll expect a lineup via Sozax for Eurowings 9er X-ray. All right, Sozax, let's take a look at that, guys, on the approach first. Is Sozax after Hamburg, 170 heading, so right base. We got a ways to go. Let me see here. We are going direct to Hamburg, I would hope. Yeah, okay, we are. Yeah, we are. Okay. And then the approach is the RNAV 33 off Hamburg. Let's take a look at the legs here. Next page, SOZAC. So we're going to be...
Eurowings 90X descend 3,000 feet.
Send to 3,000, Eurowings 9 X-ray. All right, it is starting to slow down to holding speed. 3,000 level change. There we go. Bring the power back. And we got speed intervene, level change, 220 is fine. And we're going to go after delete the hold, because we're going to get radar vectors SOZACs. And SOZACs is 3,000. And then runway 233 degree glide path, Prague. Next page, 125 on the this error. And it's not an RNAV, RNP. All right, we're going down to 3 nicely. Once we get to Hamburg, it's a 170 heading, so right-hand turn. So we'll just go heading select approaching Hamburg. We've got 4 miles to go. We're no longer going to be holding. All right, so we've notified the flight attendants. We've notified the company. The way we notify the company, guys, is we go company, and we let them know. We've told ATC. We've made a PA to the people. We requested fire equipment. Even though we don't have a fire, we had a seized engine, which is catastrophic failure, which told us we couldn't start it. We've got the APU running. Let's go to the overhead and check our fuel balance, where right now the left fuel is really high. So let's go over here. If the left fuel is high, let's burn it, right? So left fuel is high. Open the cross feeds and turn off the right. And we'll burn the left ones. APU's running. Lights are all on. Flight attendants prepare for landing. They're warned. All right, there's Hamburg. We can go right to 170. Heading select 170. With the box, we come in here. Go departure. ILS 23. Well, let's do this instead. Race. SOZACs. And 329 inbound. Yeah, that'll work. 329 inbound over SOZACs. So we're coming down to a nice downwind here at 3,000 and minimum of 170 at SOZACs, but we're a Mayday aircraft. All right, missed approach. Turn right, direct to Hamburg VOR, climb to 4,000. We can do that. Yeah, you could if you wanted to. You could request runway heading to 3,000 or something. We're capable. We're light of flying the full missed approach, which is better for obstacle clearance anyway. There we are. A little bit of a angling and vector to SOZACs. All right, in the event of missed approach, we're going to once again going around. Toga, flaps 5. Positive rate, gear up, set missed approach altitude above 1,000, which is that white bar, which last time we were well above 1,000 when we lost the localizer and glide slope. We went, you can go LNAV, VNAV, and let it fly out. Or you can go light level change heading select if they give you runway heading once you hit that 1,000 feet. That's it. Speeds, we're still to engine out. We'll be able to go about 150. That's the wrong speed, isn't it, guys? You knew that. 162 again. All right. I think we got everything. Let's do checklist. Fuel imbalance. Yeah, we're not going to worry about that. Checklist override. Fuel pump 4. We know about that. Checklist override. Normal takeoff's good. Descent, recall, we did all those. Auto brakes, these notes would be the go around flaps and landing data. Approach briefing. Approach altimeters are set. And we're going to go landing briefing. At least do that, right? And auto brakes are 3. Oh, can we do the electronic flight bag? We have time. Let me do this. I never loaded this because we were do an FSiPanel profile here. Performance tool, EDDH, Hamburg, landing en route, EDDH, Hamburg, running runway 33. All right, available landing distance 10,564, landing required at 31, so no problem. And that's flap configuration is 20. And we should have put in non-normal configuration, engine shutdown, flaps 20. Engine shutdown, flaps 20. Auto brakes 3, reverse accreditation.
Holding 9er XG, turn right direct Sozax, clear RNP33.
Right direct Sozac, cleared the RNP33 for Eurowings 9 X-ray. This is so much fun. Yeah, what a great training aid for a real airline pilot. All right, go LNAV, direct Sozacs. And we are cleared the approach, guys, so we can set in our minimums, which are our RNP33 for category D, VNAV, and LNAV 391. And what do they have on here? I'm going to get it right this time, baby. And I'm going to set in 400 here. So whenever you clear for the approach, it's 2 windows. You go VNAV, LNAV, speed intervene. VNAV, LNAV, speed intervene, minimums are set. Here we go. And you can see we got VNAV out. And if you want to get prog on there, you can go VNAV. Instead of putting that, put in 3,000 to start it. Just cosmetics. And now you got path. And we can go flaps 1. That'll help you get path 2. And we'll set flaps 1 speed at 210, 200, 298. Here we go. It's going to be beautiful. Plan on stopping straight ahead, Amanda. Have them look us over. If everything looks good, we'll get permission to taxi to the gate. And don't let me forget to tell the people to remain seated. All righty. LNAV, VNAV, speed intervened, and minimums are set 391. Big thing is that we'll have to, so we don't get go-round power. Sorry, I'm just setting 391, 393, close enough, right? There it is, 391. Once we pass the FAF, which is right here, and we're at least 300 feet below our missed approach altitude, which is 4,000, we can set our missed approach altitude once we're inside of the FAF here. There we go. And there's our path coming down. Gonna go gear down. Flaps 5. Set 180. Flaps 5 speed. And we got at least 1 dot. We're there. We can go to flaps 20. Gear down before landing checklist. Speed brakes are on. Spoilers are on. Before landing checklist is coming down nicely. All right, let's get our approach speed set. 162.
Eurowings 90 X-ray, contact tower 126.855. Zelfs, zullen we meetalk.
126.855 for Eurowings 9 X-ray. Let's set in our misapproach altitude of 4,000 and tower 126.855. There we go. Tower Eurowings 9 X-ray is Mayday aircraft on final for runway 33 RNAV.
Eurowings 9 X-ray tower, Edo again, wind 280, 13 knots, runway 33. You are clear to land, and please stop on the runway. The fire brigade will meet you at the aircraft.
Okay, we'll stop on the runway, clear to land, runway 33, Eurowings 9 X-ray. Thank you. All right, guys, we're going to stop on the runway, going down to a 391 on the Barrow. I can see the ground. We'll turn off the autopilot just because we're having fun. And the real aircraft, we'd probably keep it on all the way down. You don't want to be doing another one. Cabin's ready. All right, checklist complete, clear to land, stopping straight ahead on the runway. Any questions, Amanda? No, I'm all good. Now, the real tricky part, guys, is sometimes if you forget to set that missed approach altitude, and when you hit minimums, 391, the bars drive up. It might do go-around power, so you really got to remember to have that set. If we have to go around, it's going around. Toga, flaps 5, positive rate, set missed approach out, gear up, set missed approach out, stable, runways in sight, red over white. And then 1,000 feet, we're going to go VNAV, LNAV, and float. Come around, do it again. We have plenty of gas because we were supposed to be going all the way to Zurich, as you know. And we're only going to have one in reverse when we get here. Stable target, sinking 8. You get high and kind of dive a little bit with this speed, you might get a little sink rate. Runway in sight, landing.
Minimums. Sink rate. 100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
And one in reverse. Stop here. We're not hot brakes, so I'm going to set the brakes. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your captain. Remain seated, remain seated, remain seated. Oh, we got the fire truck here. That is so cool. And ladies and gentlemen, it's captain. We're going to, first of all, we're going to take our engine out of reverse.
Hi guys, I hope you like this training scenario where we had malfunction on the engines, where you had to be very precise on the flying if you want to succeed. I hope everything went well, and remember that you have several kind of failure that can be triggered, ranging from engine fire with 1 bottle, 2 bottles, engine severe damage, and as well if you want to practice go-arounds on the second approach when you are on the RNP-33. After you've been clear to land, feel free to execute a missed approach and report to ATC. You will be given vectors for another RNP-33 and so on until you have no more fuel or until you finally land in Hamburg. Thank you guys. All your feedback please on the forum or on the Discord channel, and stay tuned for another training scenario very soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you, JP. Full landing report, guys. Landing distance 1,500 feet. That's excellent. Rate of descent 140 feet. That's really good. Bank of touchdown. It's all right. Threshold height. Yeah, I was a little bit left to center line. Approach speeds, threshold 158. All looking good. Full landing report. Deviation from center line 34 feet. So we said that was unsafe. That's good. Nice landing, satisfactory. All right. JP told me I was unsafe. Okay. All right, guys. It's Father Time. Welcome back to Hamburg, Germany, where we just practiced our recurrent training scenario. That would be a very typical scenario. It would be a hand-flown missed approach to start because they like to see you fly the final, but this airplane is more than capable of landing autopilot on. So in real life, you probably would leave that autopilot on so you don't task saturate the other pilots or pilot. Right, so from Frankfurt, Germany, beautiful Frankfurt, Germany. Hey, look at it. They got the fall clouds already. Too cool. All right, guys, that's good. That came out good. All right, thanks a lot. Thank you, JP. Thanks, FSiPanel. Don't forget to subscribe, guys.